Today I will fly this Ultimate 3D from E-Flite once more, and I've done a few modifications. The most obvious one, I have these 2.5-inch wheels instead of the wheel pans because I think it makes for much better grass operations. The second thing I've done is this one does feature extra weights in the nose, and I got a tip from RC Groups then to remove these weights, so it took a little fiddling. But I just want to try this RC airplane if I can enjoy this one more than I have the previous flight. So let's head outside and get this one up in the air. It's a really nice morning to fly an RC airplane, but this Ultimate 3D then, I really struggled to get the hang of this RC airplane and start liking it. I mean, you can just toss this one around in the sky and do crazy things. But I also experienced that sometimes it feels like this plane just takes control and do kind of odd things. So I'm going to stay higher than usual today. It's always interesting to fly an RC airplane that you really don't trust like 100%, because most of the RC airplanes I've flown and that I decided to keep, they are really good RC airplanes. It's difficult to pick a favorite just because I enjoy to fly most of them, and it's just regardless of it's a biplane, it's a warbird, it's a high wing, low wing, whatever kind of a style aerobatic RC airplane. But this Ultimate 3D is something else. It's really difficult to pinpoint it. Now I have removed the nose weights and have the carbon fiber spar in the tail. But I mean, surely can toss this one and do agile things. But it just feels like sometimes it doesn't do what I want, which is kind of an interesting experience. I mean, you can surely fly an RC airplane and you get kicked, or I mean, you just misjudge a little bit. But then most often you have like a really good way to just to correct it. And I wouldn't say that, I mean, I'm flying this on a reduced rate, which usually just makes most kind of difficult RC airplanes more manageable. But I don't know, this one feels also kind of heavy. I'm flying mine on a 4S 2200 milliamp battery. But for what it is, I think this just feels heavy. And in comparison, I have the Gloster Gladiator, which is a little bit larger than this RC airplane. And I do a lot of aerobatics with the Gloster, and it just behaves fantastically. I mean, it's just, it is a scale-looking warbird biplane, but it handles aerobatics and whatever you do in the sky, just super great. But this one, I mean, I really want to dig this RC airplane, but so far, I mean, of course, it would maybe just not realistic to dig all RC airplanes, but the more I fly the RC airplanes, the better I am at just handling most types of them. And I mean, I'm not flying this in 3D style, and maybe that's the problem, that I should do more prop hang and just handle this as a 3D plane, and now I'm just flying more regular with a kind of bunch of simpler aerobatics. But I'm not really sure that I want to go too far into 3D flying then. I mean, I have like the Ratix and the Skynetic S back then, which are kind of lightweight RC airplanes, both of them. And then it's really enjoyable to practice 3D flying. But I mean, this one, I'm not sure. So, I mean, would I say that it's a bad RC airplane? No, I would say it's unpredictable RC airplane that I haven't got the hang of it yet. So it's not much time left, so let's try to do just a flyby and just get a sense for how this one handles. Oops, oh, that was an unintentional landing. Okay. Even though this is a lighter RC airplane, and I can tell that it's a little bit lighter, I still have very little joy for this Ultimate 3D. I think if you're a really skilled pilot, I think that you surely will enjoy this RC airplane, because it's really agile and you can do really interesting things. But at least to me, the shape of this RC airplane, I think this is more like flying bricks. You have to work and stay on it all the time to have this one to fly good. And this is not really the way I want to fly RC airplanes. So sad enough, this is one I just have to sell and move on. I mean, I really dig the Night Timber X or the Extra 300 I have. I think it's just fantastic and really fun, and I do evolve with these RC airplanes. But with this Ultimate 3D, as I'm not interested in doing like 3D flights, I think this is just a plane that I should probably just sell and just stick with my usual aerobatic RC airplanes, which I do enjoy more. So, I mean, it's not a really bad RC airplane, and this modification, then removing the weights, didn't influence, in my experience, the CG. So this is something that you actually can do to have the RC airplane a little bit lighter, and lighter RC airplanes are always a good thing. So, I mean, just some more thoughts then about this Ultimate 3D from E-Flite.